Good morning everyone. Today is my April seed sowing video, and I've got two for you this month. This first one today is all about direct sowing, and then in a few days time I will do all the indoor stuff, which will be remaining protected in a polytunnel until I come to plant the plants out. But this is, as I say, all about direct sowing today. And the first one I'm going to be doing is this parsnip, and this is Gladiator F1. It's what I grew last year, a couple of beds down there, and I had tremendous results with it. And due to that, the Pottymouth Garden Club has now got a bit of a parsnip challenge on, so you can join in with that. I'll put a link to Pottymouth underneath. And all I'm doing for this, which is pretty much the same with all of the seeds I'm sowing today, is I'm just going to make a nice light drill, homegrown dibber, in a line, and I'm going to sow these sparingly. Now, you're used to seeing me doing this with seeds, sowing lots and lots in a drill, but with parsnips I'm not going to do that, mostly because this seed in here, there's only 350 in a packet. I'll probably use the whole packet, but I want to space them out as well. I don't want the parsnips too close. It's a hell of a job thinning them out later. There's still probably too many seeds going in here, and you just want a shallow drill and drop the seeds in. They're like little flying saucers. They're a flat seed, so try to do this out of the wind if you can, and then you just cover that over. Now, you want to keep these seeds moist at all times until you see they've germinated, otherwise the seeds can dry out. And what you can do, and if you're not a regular gardener, if you're not down on your plot every day, I am pretty much, is you can take a little plank of wood like this and just cover over that drill. And you can do this with all your drills, and what that does is it holds the moisture in underneath, so it keeps the area where the seeds are germinated moist and a little bit humid as well. This method comes from, I used to use this for peas many years ago, the idea being that it stopped the mice nicking your seeds. I don't know, the jury's out on that one, but this works very well, and you've got the added bonus that later you can come and lift it up and pick up any slugs that might be harbouring underneath there, which they like to do. So I'll crack on and get these next 5 rows sorted now. So 2 beds down from where I was sowing the parsnips up there, this is where I grew the parsnips last year, and it's a much deeper bed. The compost goes a lot deeper in this bed, and I'm hoping that by sowing the carrots in here that they'll get to a good size. And the ones I'm choosing for this end of the bed is Autumn King 2. They're a great big chunky carrots, can grow up to this sort of length, and great big fat ones, which is what I want when I'm cooking stews and casseroles and things. You can put great big chunks of carrot in there and they don't disintegrate while you're cooking those slower, cheaper cuts of meat. So I've got 2 rows in already, and with a measuring stick there and my homegrown dibber, just to draw a drill across. People always laugh when I tell them it's a homegrown dibber. And then I'll just try to sow sparingly. It's always difficult with carrot seed, and I'll just palm sow them. And I'm probably going to do, I would say, 5 or 6 rows of these bigger ones, because I've got 2 big frames to protect my carrots. They've got enviromesh around them to stop the carrot root fly getting in and causing problems. So I don't know if you can see them on camera, I've got 2 sticks there, so I might do this whole first frame. Again, you want to keep the soil moist at all times until you see germination. And that doesn't mean soaking them, you know, don't come and empty a watering can on them. just keep that soil where the seeds are sown moist. And you can use the plank method like I showed you on the parsnips if you want to keep that humidity in if you can't get down to your bed, to your plot regularly enough to water well. I'm here most days, so it's not really an issue for me. But covering them with that plank will keep the humidity in, and you can capture the slugs as I showed you earlier. And it doesn't get any more simpler than that. I'll get this bed finished up and then we'll get the frames on it. So this is my protection frame for my carrots, and I've just used tile battens and something called veggie mesh, which you can get from a company called Gardening Naturally. And I think I've had this now, I don't know, this must be going into its 4th season by now, and it's just panelised. You saw there that that's just one panel with, it's very little weight in it, and it's just stapled underneath. And the side piece is one panel, the side piece going along the length is one panel, and they're just bolted together on the inside with wing nuts, so you can take them apart and collapse them flat. I never have collapsed these flat, and you can see the top of this is dirty because that's where it was sat on the soil last year. This year, turn it over, let this dry out and the rain will clean it off. The bottom will get dirty, and just change it around like that. Now I have got some clips for these somewhere. Somebody kindly sent me these a couple of years ago and I've never used them. If you could make yourself known to me again, I will be using them this season. Definitely on the hot boxes, and I'll make sure that I give you a shout out when I've got them all fitted on. So there we go, those carrots, there's about 9 rows of Autumn King in there. I'll now crack on and do the next lot, and I'll list in the description below the varieties that I've sown in total. In fact, all of the seeds that I'm sowing today. So I'm up in the very top bed, the pond is just behind me, and I'm still sowing more roots. And I'm going to put in, I think, probably 3 rows of these. These are turnip, and these are a purple top, white globe. Similar to the purple top Milan. And again, it's the same thing. Use your dibber, make a drill, palm sow your seeds in, or however you sow your seeds. Everyone's different. And then just move on to the next one. And we'll be looking to eat these, be harvesting them when they're small like this. I mean, the French call them navet, and they serve them with a bit of the actual top of the turnip still on it, you know, the stalk. It's really nice like that, just lightly steamed with a bit of butter or olive oil. So with 3 rows of turnip sown, I'll move on to another root. And this one is beetroot, and it's the old faithful Boltardy. Now I want single beets here. I know that there's been multi-sowing has been quite the thing in the last couple of years. For some things I don't really get on too well with it, don't really enjoy it, and I wasn't going to multi-sow any this year, any beetroot, but I am going to sow 1 tray full inside, just so I can plant out some multi-planted multi-cells, if you like, just so I can get some small beets early in the summer. But these I want to mature to more of a full-size beet. It just allows me versatility with the cooking of them and the use. But I'll put a couple of rows of Boltardy in, maybe 3 rows of them, and then I've got another variety in this pocket. This one's called Chioggia, and it's more of a pinkish colour, whereas the Boltardy is more of a deep purple type colour. So I'll do 3 rows I think of each. There's plenty of room in this bed, much short on space, so I think that's all of my direct sowing for now. My parsnips in here, and carrots over there, and turnips, and 2 types of beetroot. I did forget to bring down my golden beetroot. I like to grow a Burpee's golden one. That's lush, I think, that one. And also, so when I fetch them down, I'll sow another 3 rows of beetroot up there, the golden ones, and then after that I'll do a couple of rows of radish as well, which I've also forgotten because I'll also sow those today. So that's it for this one. Don't forget to join me for part 2 of the April sowing, where I'll do all the undercover stuff. Today was all the direct sowing outside, and we'll do all the undercover sowing stuff on the next video, part 2 of the April seed sowing. So please look after yourselves everyone, stay safe, and I'll see you all very, very soon. Ta-ra now.